There's a reason you hesitate before saying what you really feel. A reason you silence yourself mid-sentence. A reason you smile when your heart is breaking. You were conditioned to abandon yourself. Not out of choice, but out of survival. From an early age you learned that your needs made others uncomfortable. That your sadness was too much. That your anger was disrespectful. That your truth was inconvenient. So you started leaving parts of yourself behind, piece by piece. You became agreeable, quiet, pleasant, invisible when needed. You turned yourself into who others needed you to be, and forgot who you were allowed to be. Bell Hooks wrote, "When we choose to love, we choose to move against fear." But how can you love yourself when you were taught to fear your own voice, to fear your truth, to fear your boundaries, to fear taking up space? And now, you hesitate before saying no. You laugh when you want to cry. You ask, "Am I overreacting?" even when your soul is screaming, because you still don't trust your own signals. You don't need to be agreeable to be loved. You don't need to be easy to be worthy. You don't need to minimize your pain just to be tolerated. You don't have to earn your existence. You already exist. And that's enough. But that belief that your feelings are too much didn't start with you. It started when your boundaries were ignored, when your voice was dismissed, when your survival depended on silence. You internalized a lie, that love is something you win by shrinking. But love that requires self-erasure is not love. It's control. It's fear. It's legacy pain, dressed up as protection. Nathaniel Branden said, "The first step toward change is awareness. The second step is acceptance." So ask yourself gently, where have I left myself behind? In what moments do I disappear to make others more comfortable? What parts of me have I silenced just to stay safe? And then, begin returning. Not all at once, not loudly, but deliberately. Start speaking when you would have gone quiet. Start asking when you would have endured. Start staying when you would have fled. Healing begins when you realize you are allowed to disappoint others, if it means not abandoning yourself. You are allowed to take up space, without permission, without guilt. You don't owe anyone a more palatable version of yourself. You don't have to dilute your truth to be digestible. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to understand yourself, and honor what you find. There's a younger you still waiting, to be told, your feelings were never too much. Your tears were not weakness. Your voice deserved to be heard, not once, but always. So go back for them. Be the presence you needed. Say the words you once waited for. Be the advocate your silence deserved. That is healing. That is self-love. That is reclamation. Alex L. wrote, "Self-abandonment is not self-care. Pleasing everyone else is not peace. And you deserve peace. Even if it means conflict. Even if it means boundaries. Even if it means finally choosing you. This world doesn't need another performer. It needs more people who have come home to themselves. More people who refuse to betray their own hearts for approval. That can be you, if you're ready. So here's your reminder. You were conditioned to abandon yourself, but you don't have to keep doing it. You can unlearn the silence. You can untrain the apology. You can return fully to who you were before the world convinced you otherwise. This is unmasking you. Where coming home to yourself is no longer a dream. It's the next step, and it starts now.